Hello everyone, welcome to this new video, and in this video we are going to understand some basic things about Apache Beam. So actually I am making this video about Apache Beam because in my previous videos I have discussed about data flow and all those things, and also about some basic things about ETL pipelines. So many of comments I have received like please discuss about Apache Beam. So this video I'm particularly making to explain like what a what are the basics of Apache Beam, like what is Apache Beam, uh, what is this actually. Okay, so this particular video will allow anyone who is kind of in the field of Apache, in the field of data science, data processing, will be able to understand Apache Beam more clearly, because this video is not about not for those people who is just don't know about how things are transformed and how ETL things works. So this video is specifically for someone who is starting his knowledge journey towards data processing and ETL pipelines. So that's a specific thing I wanted to mention here. So let's start. So what is this Apache Beam is? So basically, if I can go with the textbook definition, it's an open source unified model, and that is used for the data processing. And this Apache Beam allows anyone, to process the data. Maybe data is coming in batches, maybe coming in streams. So it allows to process the data, and it's very crucial component when it comes to processing millions of data efficiently. Okay, the most important part to know about this Apache Beam is like it's a kind of tool that is kind of a plug and play. You make it one time, you can run it anywhere. Okay, so that's nothing like you have to create Apache Beam pipeline differently for Google service, Amazon service, or any other third-party service. It's something like you only have to prepare one pipeline and it will be running on different services. Okay, so now let's talk this thing, like how Apache Beam was created. So there is some story behind this. So actually it was evolved as an internal Google tool, uh, and Apache Beam was generally developed with some other tools like MapReduce, Flume Java, Mill. Well, so these are some tools that are used around Hadoop to process the data, or other internal storage services in Google. So this Apache Beam was initially developed for work with to work with MapReduce and other services, and later this thing evolved, and now it came to the current status, like very famous thing we know today. Okay, so later it was it was made open source, and then Apache Foundation kind of improved it a lot, so it can be used very easily. So let's talk about the conditions, scenarios where we can use the Apache beams. Okay, so Apache Beam can be used in a very large context of data processing, like real-time data processing, batch data processing, or sometimes in data integration as well. So there are different prospects of it, and it can work with different storage types as well. Okay, so it's basically very flexible, and it allows you to create pipelines. That pipelines are generally known as ETL pipelines. So that's important thing to know, like what are the different purposes where it can be used. Okay, now talk about the one important point, like to understand like how you can use this Apache Beam in your project, how you can use it. So I will give you a basic example. So to use this Apache Beam, generally it comes with and it's handy with languages like Java and Python, and it basically comes with an SDK or package that you have to install, and that allows you to access of some functions, internal functions of that package that allows you to load data, process data, and then load the process data and then store the process data further. So that's a basic use, and it can be used in Java the same way it's been used in Python. Only the language is the difference. Okay. Now let's talk about the because I'm generally making these videos related to Google GCP. So I will also want to talk about the data flow thing that is kind of used to run the pipelines and generally the Apache Beam pipelines. So data flow, Google data flow is not a is not a different thing. It's like a Apache Beam running in GCP. Okay, it's based on Apache Beam, if I can say. Okay, and there are multiple predefined Apache Beam pipelines are there that can be used to simply run the ETL pipelines. But if you want to create your own pipelines, then as I previously mentioned, you can have SDKs that you can use and create your own pipelines, and you just have to deploy it. Maybe simply you want very less coding, then you can just deploy it by the command line, or if it's something big, then you can use obviously CI/CD pipelines. Okay, there are more other tools that are developed by Apache. There are different projects that are developed by Apache, that is Apache Hadoop, Apache Spark, Flink, Cassandra, and Kafka. So this Beam is also one of that project of the Apache. So when I talk about how it's been used with other than this GCP thing, so basically Apache Beam is used in Apache Spark, Apache Flink, used with or as a runtime can be used with Apache Spark and Apache Flink. So it can process the data stored in HDFS of Hadoop. So it is something enhance the way it can be it can process the data. So Apache Spark is also something that is used to process data. It's also very efficient. But Apache Beam, when it comes to Apache Beam, it's doing the same thing but more efficiently. When we talk about Apache Spark, because it's doing the same thing, then we have Apache Beam that is also doing the kind of same thing. Then why we use Apache Beam? So first of all, the Apache Beam is unified, and it's kind of abstraction. Multiple things are running behind the Apache Beam. It's a kind of a runner. It's kind of a pipeline that can be run in different runners. It's flexible. It can be used in different ecosystems as well. And more precisely, Apache Beam process the data in memory, which is much more efficient than Apache Spark. So it's like uh, doing the same thing like Apache Spark, but more efficiently and more differently. So that's why Apache Beam is also kind of more efficient and more kind of useful than Apache Spark. Okay. So I think we are good for this particular video, as we understand like what Apache Beam is and what it can do, what are its potential, where it's used, and how it's been created, how it's been implemented. Now, in next video, I will explain each and every component of this Apache Beam. Mainly, as you can see in on the screen, we have P collection, P transformation. So there are all other components as well, sub-components. So we will look into those one by one in next video. And then there will be a third video where we will be trying to create a Apache Beam pipeline in Python, and then I will give you the steps that can be used to deploy it on GCP, and later can be used to create your own data flow pipeline. So that's much for this video. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.